by the year 2025, 83% of the expected global population of 8.5 billion will be living in developing countries. By 2050, air pollution will be causing 6.6 million premature deaths, if nothing is done to improve air quality. What do these two sentences have in common? Both sentences were written using the future continuous tense. It is important to note that the future continuous tense is only used with action verbs, because it is possible to carry out the actions for a duration of time. Action verbs describe activities like running, thinking, and seeing. The future continuous is used for different purposes. The future continuous refers to an unfinished action or event that will be in progress at a time later than now.
We will be getting home by the time the recycling truck arrives.
The future continuous can be used to project ourselves into the future.
By this time next week, I'll be working on my recycling project.
The future continuous can be used for predicting or guessing about future events.
By the year 2050, we'll be having fewer natural resources.
In the interrogative form, the future continuous can be used to ask politely for information about the future.
Will you be willing to work with me in our carbon footprint and climate change project when the organizers of the fair ask us?
The future continuous can be used to refer to ongoing events that we expect to happen in the future.
I will be working hard to preserve fauna and flora in the region by the time I graduate as an environmental engineer.
When combined with still, the future continuous refers to events that are already happening now, and that we expect to continue some time into the future.
The area will still be suffering floods if they keep throwing garbage in the rivers.
The future continuous has two different forms: will be doing, and be going to be doing. Let's see the first form, the future continuous with will.
We will be helping the planet greatly by stopping using plastic.
Let's continue with the second form, the future continuous with be going to.
People are going to be using less detergent when they get to know how harmful this is for our environment.
Remember, it is possible to use either will or be going to create the future continuous with little difference in meaning. Negative and interrogative forms, in the future continuous tense. For negative sentences, in the future continuous tense, we insert not, between will, and be.
She will not be using detergents.
For question sentences, we exchange the subject, and will.
Will you be recycling those cans?
Look at these example sentences, with the future continuous tense. I will be working on caring for my planet. You will be cleaning that beach tomorrow. She will not be using detergents. We will not be having plastic utensils at the party. Will you be recycling those cans? Will they be watching the documentary on TV? How do we use contractions in the future continuous? When we use the future continuous tense in speaking, we often contract the subject and will.
I will. I'll. You will. You'll. He will. He'll. She will. She'll. It will. It'll. We will. We'll. They will. They'll.
How do we use contractions in the future continuous, in the negative form? In negative sentences, we may contract with won't, like this.
I will not. I won't. You will not. You won't. He will not. He won't. She will not. She won't. It will not. It won't. We will not. We won't. They will not. They won't.
This is the end of this video. But remember that you can review it as many times as you wish.